Hello and welcome. I'm Daniel.
I'm Andrew, and we're brothers, and this is the Dan and Andrew Show,
where we give our opinions about movies and TV and video games, and sometimes we give them awards. So, Andrew, how you doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
Doing all right. I'm so glad that you put on your top hat and tails for the event here.
Big award show.
Biggest award show of the year, in my opinion. The Dandies.
Oh, it's the only one I tune in for.
The second annual Dandies. So today we're going to give out some awards, do our top 10 movies of the past year, 2023, and then we'll do our regular stuff as well. So did you watch anything fun?
No, I haven't actually watched anything. So I did try to watch The Holdovers. And I thought it was boring. 45 minutes in, and I was just like, I looked over at Laura. I was like, "You want to keep watching this?" She was like, "No." And I was like, "All right, I don't see a reason to stay."
That's pretty funny.
I just thought it was kind of like, I'm sure we'll probably talk about it later. I just thought it was kind of.
We will 100% be talking about it later.
You're good.
Yeah. Yes.
That was the only thing I watched.
All right. Well, I watched 3 movies. I want to see I like to see all the Best Picture nominees. Most of the time I don't get around to all of them for lack of interest or not liking the source material. I think I'll probably just end up watching the ones that I watched, which is 8 of the 10 nominees for Best Picture. I watched and then I watched a third movie that was just because I wanted to watch it, just in case it would make it on my top 10 list. I think.
Did any of the, I know you didn't say, but did any of the ones you just watched make it into your top 10?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the movies that I just watched is on my top 10.
Okay.
It's very good, and we'll talk about it later. And honest, all 3 of them made it in the top, like 20. I mean, I thought I was gonna like them, and I did like them. So, yeah. The one that I'll talk about separately, because it's not in my top 10, or I don't think it's gonna win any of our awards, which is Past Lives. That was nominated for Best Picture. It was really well done. It was just very quiet and like calm movie. And it's not very flashy. There's not a lot of like for awards, it's not really like flashy, like, yelling at each other, passionate scenes really. I mean, there's not like a big scene like that. So I think because it got nominated for some awards, for some Oscars, but it wasn't like nominated a bunch. It was nominated for Best Picture, but I highly doubt it'll win. They didn't even have any acting nominations or anything. So, but yeah, it was a good movie. I would recommend it. But I mean, if you thought The Holdovers was boring, you'd probably think this movie is boring. It's just very quiet movie. But it is a like romance movie. She's an immigrant. She immigrates from Korea, where they're childhood friends, and then they reconnect 12 years later, and then they, stop talking, and then they reconnect again 12 years after that, when he goes to visit her. So, I mean, it was a good movie. Definitely worth the watch. And then the other 2 I'll talk about later. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's get into some news. I only have one news story. So there was a show called Kung Fu in the 70s or 80s, maybe. I can't remember, to be honest with you. But it was a Kung Fu Western. It was originally going to have, it was kind of built for Bruce Lee to have like a starring role on something, but it didn't. They picked some other guy, David Carradine instead. Anyway, they're making a movie version of the show, and it's coming from 87 North Productions, which is the John Wick guys, David Leitch and Bullet Train and Nobody, and obviously John Wick. So they're making the movie, and the star is going to be Donnie Yen. So I'm down. I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch that. I'm not sure. I doubt will be. David Leitch might direct it, but I mean, it just was announced, and then the star was announced. Obviously, it'll be a Universal released movie. Yeah, it was a TV show, and yep. So, I mean, I'm gonna watch pretty much anything that those guys make. I've liked all the movies from 87 North that I've watched. I've enjoyed so far. So, yeah. So we'll see. I mean,
I'm interested. So
yeah.
We go on the trailer.
Yep, we're gonna go to the old trailer train. We got a few trailers. Which one do you want to talk about? Let's talk about Ricky Stenicki.
Oh, good. It's a movie.
This looks so stupid. It's the guy who directed Green Book, which won Best Picture a few years ago. He's going back to the just straight comedy roots here. You got Zac Efron and John Cena, and then other guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We probably are gonna watch it probably if it's in a dead zone.
Yeah, probably. I don't see why not. I mean, I probably would watch it whether I was reviewing it or not, because it seems dumb and I like dumb stuff. So
yeah, I don't know. I just don't think John Cena's all that funny. I know
I think John Cena's funny, but he is kind of just doing the same thing where he's a ginormous dude. And
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
funny about it, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'll check it out. I mean, I'll give it a try just because the guy who made it and stuff. But what'd you think of the trailer for Despicable Me 4?
I mean, we discussed a while back. Once sequels to animated movies don't go over well, I mean, I think this is a prime suspect right here.
Oh, yeah.
It just looks okay. I don't know. I don't even think I got through the first Despicable Me. So I'm not really a fan of the franchise.
I like the first movie is good. The first movie is definitely a good movie. But I mean, definitely diminishing returns, and Minions is unwatchable. That movie is really bad. And they made 2 of those, so yeah. I mean, and now they have a actual baby, not his like adopted kids there.
Yeah. Who cares? Uh,
Yeah. All right. Well,
the
cool.
jokes
I
were
mean,
pretty like flat. Like,
yeah,
oh, he in the vending machine. Let's
yeah,
smack his butt.
yeah. I mean, it's for kids. I mean, we
Yeah,
could. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Fine. I don't know. I watch most of the like a lot of animated movies. I mean, I'll check it out probably. We'll see. I don't know. I actually don't think I saw the last one, so maybe I won't. Whatever. Moving on. Um, let's talk about Monkey Man. Um,
yeah.
so
I
what do
don't
you
know.
think
At
about?
first, I was like, huh? And
Yeah,
then I don't know. It kind of sold me at the end. Just looks like a entertaining action movie, kind of like
yep. There's a lot of
I don't
these
know.
nowadays. I mean, Dev
Yeah,
Patel's good actor. I know he's directing this one. Um, I mean,
yeah,
I'll check it out. I mean, this could be a good one, or this could be a really bad one. But
yeah,
there's plenty in this genre of one man army here to check out. I mean, some of them are great,
yeah,
some of them suck. So,
yeah.
but this one, I mean, is different. I mean, it's not an old action guy or just an old actor that's going to do action all of a sudden. So that's different.
Yeah, that is kind of different. Yeah,
The younger guy instead of an old guy, not a guy in his
yeah.
50s or 60s or 70s like Liam Neeson.
Well, they were making it seem like he's like Batman or something, or he's like
Yeah,
becoming.
vigilante. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's that Batman Monkey Man. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
where it says monkey head. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the part that I wasn't sold on was the whole monkey uh, mask there.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe he'll get an upgraded one during there.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, talking about action movies, I feel like I've seen before. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, next Guy Ritchie movie with Mr. Henry Cavill, who's got a new movie coming out this weekend. So I'm not surprised that this is when the trailer came out, trying to get people, I think, excited. I think Henry Cavill's trying to, I don't know, do something else after Superman, and I guess that's just being a giant action guy. I mean, that makes sense. But
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah.
yeah, what'd you think of that trailer?
I mean, I like the song. I mean, the movie looks good. I'm definitely checking it out. I like Henry Cavill. I like the Reacher guy.
Yep,
Um,
Alan
but even
Richardson.
the guy at the beginning, who's an older actor. Well, he's the blonde guy who's like giving him the assignment.
Oh yeah, Carrie Ellis. He's the Princess Bride.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited. But yeah, I do see what you mean by something that's been made before.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a Guy Ritchie movie mixed with Inglourious Bastards or something. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna check it out. No, I don't think anyone has a problem with killing Nazis. It's never been an
yeah,
issue. Never heard anyone make a fuss about that. So,
yeah. I think it'll be good.
um,
I would say the best of the 4 trailers here that we watched.
oh yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I think I think the Monkey Man looks good, but obviously this is the one that, I mean, I liked Guy Ritchie recently, The Gentleman and stuff like that, so it makes sense. And it's just another one of those, um, um, one of his movies, and kind of comedic, um, action movies but I mean, we've seen the ragtag team of people before, and
Misfits, yeah. It's like a Suicide Squad, but not in a superhero world.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, we've we've seen that, and Guy Ritchie has even done that. So, I mean,
Yeah.
but I mean, I like for some reason now there's like this kind of um action renaissance. I think has happened in the last couple of years, where it's like lots of action movies, those one man action movies and like the comedic action. I just feel like there's a lot of them. And I mean, I feel like a good chunk of them are actually good. They're not just all a bunch of crap that they're just going to throw out there and see and hope for the best. I mean, there's plenty of those movies that they just hope for the best, but I don't know, kind of, I like that there's a full range of stuff. The only problem is I don't feel like there's a lot of comedies anymore. I think that's one, they're making more stuff that isn't just like a straight comedy that like hits.
Yeah.
I don't feel like most of it even is good. So
I mean, it seems like comedy's been relegated to like Netflix and Amazon and stuff like that.
yeah, but I don't feel like any of them hit or are like
No, I completely
funny.
agree. I struggled to find a comedy.
Like I feel like they just kind of give you whatever. This is some crap. You'll enjoy this. I mean, that's what I feel like.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Well, let's. I think that's everything, right? No more. No trailers. No other news that I can think of off the top of my head. Okay, so last week the Academy Awards nominations came out, and I talked about them. Andrew was bored, so this week we're doing our own award show. We have our own awards, our top 10 movies, but first I am going to do what I did last year, which is if I was the Academy, who I would nominate.
Good.
And I have 3 categories: Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Picture. I mean, what can I say about cinematography or, directing or whatever? But these are my 3 categories that I will do. Okay. Let's go. Let's start with Best Actress. For my Best Actress, I would nominate Fantasia Barrino for The Color Purple. Sandra Hüller, I think is how you say her name, for Anatomy of a Fall. Margot Robbie for Barbie. Eve Hewson for Flora and Son, and Greta Lee for Past Lives. I have 1 nominee included that is also a nominee for the Oscars. So there's that. For Best Actor, I have Ryan Gosling for Barbie. I know he's in supporting actor, but he's Best Actor for me because I'm not doing supporting actor and supporting actress and stuff. So Ryan Gosling for Barbie. T.O.U. for Past Lives, Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction, Paul Giamatti for Holdovers, and Zac Efron for The Iron Claw. I have 2 nominees in common with the Academy. I mean, Ryan Gosling's nominated for supporting actor, but that was my best actor. So yeah. And then for Best Picture, I do 5 nominations. I don't want to do 10 nominations. This is like the old school Best Picture nominees. My 5 nominees for the Best Picture would be American Fiction, The Iron Claw, The Color Purple, Anatomy of a Fall, and The Holdovers. Those are my 5 nominations for Best Picture if I was the Academy.
Gotcha.
I have 3 of those are nominated for Best Picture. The Color Purple and Iron Claw are not nominated for Best Picture. So yeah, I did that last year and I did it again this year. I probably had maybe more categories last year, but I don't know. I can't remember, to be honest with you, but that would be who I would pick. So going with that, we can start with our best actor and best actress. Let's start with best actress. Andrew, the first dandy of the night. Who wins best actress in your mind?
So I wrote down a few here because I thought there wasn't really anybody that I saw that was like super tremendous. I was gonna ask you if it was okay if I put from a TV show, but I figured you'd say no. I said Lily Gladstone from Flower Moon was who I ended up picking.
From what movie?
Flower Moon, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Lily Gladstone. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I mean, she is nominated for Best Actress at the Academy Awards. Who was your other choice?
I was also gonna put her name is Bella Ramsey, but she's in Last of Us.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no. So I would pick Fantasia Barrino for The Color Purple. I mean, that had a quite the range in that movie. And I like that movie. So yeah, I mean, I think there is a lot of stuff in that. I mean, I think Lily Gladstone is good in Killers of the Flower Moon. But I thought that movie overall was fine. So
no, I agree. I
probably
didn't
why.
like the movie either.
All right. So for best actor, who does your dandy go to?
So same thing. I did some TV shows, but I picked the Oppenheimer guy. I think Murphy. Is it
Cillian
Cillian?
Murphy. Yep.
Yeah.
He's your pick for. I didn't even have him in my. If I was picking the best actor nomination,
I mean, I believed he was Oppenheimer. I thought he did a good job on the role.
he did a good job. I don't know. I felt like it was mostly just like kind of talking in a room. But my best actor is Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers.
Yeah.
Of my five, he would be my choice. So, all right. So let's go next to our Still Worth It award. It's our award from last year. A good film that's not in your top 10, but you would say is still worth it to see.
I don't have one of those.
You don't have one?
It was very difficult for me to even get 10 into my top 10.
All right. Well, I guess this will be our combined Still Worth It, even though you never saw this movie. My Still Worth It award is Theater Camp. That is one of the other movies that I watched yesterday.
I did mean to see that one, but I had never saw it.
I mean, it was really, I was hilarious for me. Yeah, I definitely think it's worth it. I mean, if you've been in any show ever, like theatrical show, I think you'll be. I mean, or went to camp or whatever. I mean, it's pretty funny movie. It's not in my top 10, but I did enjoy it. But it's also like kind of made for me. My problem with the movie was that the two lead, they're like camp counselors. Like I would say the two lead camp counselors were the worst part, and they're in it a lot. So yeah. So that kind of sucked. I mean, they came around at the end, but I don't know. They were just a little, like their jokes were a little too much. and kind of annoying at a certain point. But I thought the movie overall was pretty good. Yeah. So that would be my choice for still worth it. Andrew abstains, I guess.
Honestly, like the back half of my list is like still worth it, basically, to me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see, what else do we got? What is yeah, let's do some genres here. What is your best animated film?
Oh, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, I think.
Yes.
Okay. My best animated film is also Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, it was a great movie. I don't think
movie.
it had all that much competition, though. I feel like.
Yeah. There was some competition for me. Is Spider-Man gonna come up for you later?
Yes.
Okay. So we can talk about it more then. Let's do best comic book film.
Okay.
All right. What's your best comic book film?
I also put Spider-Man.
I'm gonna go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem, just because I want to go with something else, and I did like that movie.
I also did put something else, but I put Loki. But that's a TV show.
Yeah, that's a TV show. I mean, I did like Loki. And I even thought about making that my best TV show, but I didn't. I thought it was pretty
I didn't
good.
make it my best TV show either.
What also came off of the first season, I thought the first season of Loki was pretty boring. So,
yeah, I mean, you can grade them individually, but yeah.
it was like most improved show for me. Anyway.
Okay.
Best animated film, best comic book film. Let's do the Andrew Award, which is best action film. What do you got?
I mean, I put John Wick.
John Wick Chapter 4.
Yeah, for the action category specifically, I put John Wick.
Yeah, I also picked John Wick Chapter 4 as my best action film as well. So that's a unanimous the Andrew Award best action film is John Wick Chapter 4. Best comedy / musical, just because there wasn't enough comedies this year. What you got?
I put D&D.
What? D&D?
I put D&D, Dungeons and Dragons.
Sweet. Good movie. Movie. We could talk about that more later.
Okay.
This is also the Daniel Award. Best comedy musical for me is Theater Camp, because it was a comedy and a musical, so it worked perfectly in that award, I think. All right. What else we got? All right, we got those. All of those. Oh, what is the best video game adaptation?
I put 2 here, but I think Last of Us would be my number 1. But I also did put Dungeons and Dragons in there as well.
Is that a video game?
I mean, there are Dungeons and Dragons video games, but I wouldn't say like they was adapted from it or anything. That's why I didn't put it at number 1 or anything.
Okay, well, if that is considered best video game adaptation, that is what I would pick.
Okay.
I didn't watch The Last of Us, so I can't say anything. I'm sure it's good. I've heard it's good. Everyone says it's good, blah, blah, blah.
Well, in terms of like the biggest complaints when it comes to game adaptations is they change stuff willy-nilly for whatever reason. Same thing with like book adaptations, but that show is basically the game.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it, so I'll probably check it out at some point, maybe season 2 or something. comes out. So I didn't think about D&D because I didn't think it was a video game. So I said Gran Turismo.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't see that many video game adaptations, and most of them were not the best. I mean,
Hey, I'm glad. I'd rather see Gran Turismo than Mario. So
yeah, Mario's Twisted Metal was horrible. I mean, there was plenty of not good video game adaptations. So, and I thought Gran Turismo was pretty decent. I mean, it wasn't like amazing or anything, but I mean, it was fine. All right, so let's do our worst, and then we'll get into the best. What is your most disappointing movie of the year?
My disappointed movie was Mario.
Okay. Mine is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I originally had Shazam 2, and then I thought about how disappointed I was when I saw Guardians 3.
Yes, I do remember the review. You were very disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a good movie. It was just not what I wanted or was expecting. So, yeah. So, yeah. What is your...
I also put Wonka in there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What's your most disappointing video game?
Starfield.
Oh.
That was easy for me. That was so undercooked.
Oh, no. Mine is Gotham Knights.
Oh. I think that's last year.
Yeah. Wait. No? It wasn't 2023?
No, it was like October of 22, I think. I do agree with you. It is pretty disappointing, but I think we played it this year, but I think it came out not last year, not 23.
You're right.
But I mean, yeah, it was really disappointing.
Well, darn.
My second one was Redfall because I was kind of excited for that one, and then it was not good.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know. I heard Diablo 4 wasn't good. Never played it though.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Starfield then. No. NBA 2K.
Okay.
And they took out everything good, and they're money hungry douchebags.
They always have been, yeah.
Yep. So that's too bad, even though the wrestling game's pretty good that they're making recently. So hopefully they don't rub off. The NBA games don't rub off on those games. So I'll go with that. All right. What is your worst movie?
I have Expendables, and I also wrote any DC movie, but mostly Flash.
Yeah, my worst movie is also Expendables 4, but my caveat was seeing what you would say. So I'm gonna say Poor Things. It was nominated for Best Picture. I did not like that movie. So
okay. I might have to see that movie because you think it's like the worst thing ever, but it's being nominated for Best Picture. I got to see what's going on here.
It is definitely someone's like, if someone was like, oh, you're a film snob and you only like weird ass movies. That is exactly what they were thinking. Weird ass movie you're watching.
No, okay.
Yeah. I mean, if it's on something for free, a streaming something, then I would not spend any money on that. And it sucks because the movie that he made right before, I liked, that was nominated for Best Picture. I thought it was a good movie. So I mean, but he makes weird movies. But it really truly is Expendables 4. Because they think you're stupid and you'll just watch whatever crap because these old guys are in it.
Yeah.
And they spent so much money on that movie. It's like a $200 million budget movie, and nobody saw it, and it sucked big balls, and it looked terrible.
Yeah.
I was like,
man, it was bad. It was bad.
I don't know where the money went for that movie, into their pockets, I guess, because it was not in visual effects or good writers or anything. So, all right. And all right, cool. Now let's talk about some best here. What was your favorite or best video game?
I mean, I have Baldur's Gate, Liza P. I put Fire Emblem in there, but it still really doesn't compare to Baldur's Gate. And I also put Honkai Star Rail, which is a mobile game that I've been enjoying. But Baldur's Gate is really, I mean, it really pushes the boundary of what you can get in a video game. And I mean, it's so much content there. It's crazy. So yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 by far.
Nice. I had a difficult time, not because there wasn't good games, because there was a few games that I liked this year. Well, if I'm going to do what you do, which is say like 8 games, and then let's say the last one. We started playing the finals. I was enjoying that game. I think that game's pretty fun. I like Starfield. I mean, I played it quite a bit. I mean, like I said, news wrestling game is pretty good. I liked. Oh, there was something else. Yeah, whatever. I forgot what that other one was, but mine is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It took everything from the first game that I liked and improved upon it. They gave you more ways to customize your lightsaber and how the guy looks, and built upon the stuff from the first game and gave you more Jedi powers and stuff. And I think the story's actually good. I care about the characters because I like the characters from the first one. And I had a fun time with that game, and it's a game that you can finish and then you can, go and find all the collectibles and stuff. I haven't finished it though, but I went back into it recently to start doing that. So I'm about 75% done with the game. But that's including I finished the story and everything. So, yeah, I mean, that's a good sequel game. And, I think that should have been nominated for Game of the Year instead of, remakes of Resident Evil or something, but, whatever.
I agree. Resident Evil shouldn't have been nominated, but I don't think it should have been in Game of the Year.
They always nominate like a Mario game or whatever. I mean,
yeah, Mario Wonder was not. I don't know what the hype behind that game is, but
yeah, I didn't play Zelda or anything. I mean, I don't think I play any Nintendo games. So, I mean,
I still think Jedi Survivor is lacking in replayability. Like, you have different sword stances, but they're not doing enough with the Force at all. Like, why is there no dark side powers? And there definitely needs to be an evil and a good route. I think that's
like the Force Unleashed or whatever.
Pretty much do like Force Unleashed / like the old Jedi Academy games and make your own character sort of thing, and then more force powers in general, and I think you got a good game cooking there. But with the mechanics of the Jedi Survivor,
Yeah. I mean, I haven't played any of the games that people are like were really creaming about. So I mean, never played. I didn't play Baldur's Gate or Alan Wake or Spider-Man because I don't have a freaking PlayStation. So oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you play Spider-Man if you had it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah. I play like a lot of the superhero games. I mean, I like Mortal Kombat. I never even got around to Mortal Kombat. I'll wait till it's on sale, but I would have definitely enjoyed that. I like the lore of Mortal Kombat. I like the game. So, I mean, that would probably be in there as a game that I liked as well. All right. Best or favorite TV show?
I had again a couple. Where is it? Sorry. Okay, so for the one that I think deserves it is Last of Us. But I also had Silo in there. I did really like that show.
Is that from this year or you just watched it this year?
No, I checked. It was from this year.
Okay.
And then I have Blue-Eyed Samurai.
I know people are liking that. You liked it.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted me to count that since it was animated, but...
Yeah, that's fine. An anime is a TV show. I mean...
Yeah, that's probably what I'd go with, yeah.
Cool.
There were a lot of good animes last year. I didn't even look at them, but...
Nice. I mean, I liked The Morning Show. I mean, I just like that show, I think. And but my choice is The Bear. Thought that show was really good. And I felt like we saw the second season, but I guess we didn't watch the second season together.
We're not watching the second season.
Good show, man. That's a good show, and that did come out.
To watch it by myself.
Yeah, I mean, I could watch it again, probably. I mean, I thought it was a good show, so I could probably watch it again with you. So yeah, The Bear. I mean, I don't feel like I watched that many shows this year. Like The Continental. I never finished Only Murders in the Building. I mean, I can't think of anything. Didn't we watch TV shows for the podcast? Like that 90s show, Ted?
Oh yeah, that 90s show, yeah. But yeah, it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
There was nothing super great about it.
It's definitely not Secret Invasion.
Yeah, Loki, you said
Loki was good. Yeah, Loki was good. Loki was definitely better. Secret Invasion was bad. None of the Star Wars shows really hit this year. Mandalorian didn't really hit as well. I mean, I liked it, but it didn't hit that well. Ahsoka.
I mean, I liked Ahsoka, but it didn't come close.
They can't hit those endings well. I feel like they kind of go off the rails. Was Tales of the Jedi this year?
No,
I can't remember. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure it was last year or the year prior.
Was there other Marvel shows or was that it? Just the Secret Invasion. Anyway, I don't think we did worst TV show, but Secret Invasion would win that for me.
Yeah, I didn't do worst TV show, but yeah, Secret Invasion.
Or Twisted Metal, maybe, because we didn't even continue watching it. All right. Well, that's all the awards, and we can get to our top 10, and that would also, would be our best movie when we get to the end of those.
Yeah.
Unless you had something else you wanted to talk about before we get into our top 10 of the year.
Nope. I'm ready to start.
All right. Okay, let me get my phone out here so I can have my list up. Ready to go. Let's start with your number 10, Andrew.
I put Oppenheimer.
Your number 10 is Oppenheimer, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of got defaulted there. Because I mean, I didn't think the movie was bad or anything. My top 10 is very slim, but some of these I wouldn't say is like the best movie ever or anything. But I needed 10. So
yeah. All right. Well, high praise there. My number 10 is American Fiction. This is a good movie. It's one of the nominees for Best Picture. I thought it was funny. There was good heartfelt moments, family drama, and just like a well-written story. This is this director's he wrote and directed it, and it's his first directorial debut. I mean, it's a good movie. Definitely recommend American Fiction. If you haven't seen it, it's a good movie. And that's my number 10 for this year. What's your number 9, Andrew?
But Outlaws.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's how much you liked Oppenheimer, that The Outlaws is better than...
Yeah, honestly, if I could have just like a top like 6 or something, that would have been better for me. But yeah, I thought this movie was funny. Honestly, probably one of the only comedies I enjoyed, if any of them even came out this year.
I guess a lot of the movies just didn't hit for you this year, right? I guess. I mean,
this has been super disappointing year for me. There were so many things that I thought might be good, like Indiana Jones, Mario, and they just ended up being big disappointments for me.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm the opposite. I have like my top 25 I enjoyed, but there wasn't a lot of movie that's really hit like high for me. They were like 8-ish, I mean, I enjoyed the movies. I thought the movies were good. I had a good time. There's only a few movies that really worked all the way through and I enjoyed and would tell people about. But I thought there was a lot of good stuff. There was a lot of great stuff, but the bad stuff was like really bad. So yeah. I can see that. But it was hard for me to make a top 10 just because I liked a lot of things about the same level. Not that I couldn't find 10 movies, because I easily found 10 movies that I liked. So I'm sorry that you have the opposite. My number 9 is Flora and Son. It's the director of Once and Sing Street. It's another good movie. People connecting through music. I mean, I like music and I thought it was good. I thought the lead actress, Eve Hewson, did a really good job. Joseph Gordon-Levitt did a really good job. I thought the movie was good. Definitely recommend Flora and Son.
Oh, what was it called again?
Flora and Son. It's on Apple.
Ooh.
It's on
I
Apple.
might give it a watch.
Yeah. So she's like, she's Irish because the director's Irish, and she has an ex-husband, and she has a son, and she's kind of in a weird spot where she's being a mother, but she's also a young mother. So she wants to like have a life, but also she has a kid and stuff. So, and she goes, you know what, I'm going to learn how to play guitar. And then she looks on YouTube to find her guitar teacher, and she's like, well, I'm going to pick this guy because he's handsome. And then they start having lessons and stuff. It was a good movie. Definitely worth the watch. Yeah, Flora and Son is my number 9. What's your number 8?
Haunting in Venice.
Your number 8 movie is A Haunting in Venice?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Why?
I mean, I didn't think it was a bad movie. I thought it had its moments. I thought the main guy's pretty funny. Honestly, when I watched it, I thought about, because I'd never seen the previous titles, I thought I might go and watch those. I never did, but, I thought it was fine.
I think they're all decent. I think I like the second one, first one, third one. But I still enjoy them all. I think Kenneth Branagh does a good job. But it was they tried to do horror, but then they just kind of goes to the wayside because it's just a murder mystery at the end of the day. I'm going to tell you where because I do a list of all the movies that I see. So Oppenheimer was 43 on my list for the year. Outlaws, I have not seen.
You didn't see it?
No, I never saw it. And then Haunting in Venice is 35 on my list. I saw 70 movies, so I mean, I enjoyed it. It's right in the middle for me. All right, so that your number 8 was A Haunting in Venice. My number 8 is The Iron Claw. I enjoyed this movie. It's about wrestling, so I'm not surprised that I like it. I thought the movie was really good. I thought Zac Efron did a really good job. I mean, I already knew the story about the Von Erichs, but I still enjoyed it. I thought everyone did a good job. The scene at the end where he's talking to his kids, really good scene, and one of the best scenes in a movie, I think, this year. That's probably why I would have nominated him for Best Actor for me. What'd you think of Iron Claw?
I never saw it.
Oh, that's right. You should see the Iron Claw. I forgot. I thought we talked about it.
We were gonna review it,
and then you didn't get out to see it.
They played it only for like a week or something.
They put out so many movies over Christmas that the one that went to the wayside first was the Iron Claw for most places. So should have got out and see it. It was a good movie. Definitely worth your time. Zac Efron did a good job. The guy from The Bear, Jeremy Allen White, did a good job. It's a good movie. Okay, so that was my number 8. What's your number 7?
My number 7 is Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is 30 on my list.
Yeah. I think I enjoyed it more than you. I wasn't like disappointed or anything.
Yeah. I mean, lots of people liked it.
Yeah, I don't think it's anywhere close to like the first one, but yeah, it was an all right movie.
I mean, I don't think it's as good as the first two. So, but you know, that's just me. Cool. Anything else you want to say about Guardians 3?
No.
All right. So Andrew's is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. My number 7 is Wonka. I thought the movie was very good. I thought I was going to like the movie, and I did like the movie. Timothy Chalamet did a good job. The little girl, can't remember what her name is, did a good job. I like Olivia Colman. I liked the the scenes with his mom were good. You know, I like the whole world, and I like the Paddington movies, and the director does a good job. I cried laughing at Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa. I thought that is hilarious. Don't know why, but that works for me.
I said my piece on the movie in a review. I don't know. I was disappointed. I didn't think it was funny. A lot of the side people were totally throwaways for me.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, I mean, I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty good movie. And I would watch another one if they made a sequel. So that my number 7 was Wonka. What's your number 6, Andrew?
My number 6 is Godzilla.
All right, Godzilla -1. Why?
Yes. Well, I'm not even a fan of Godzilla, and I thought it was a good movie. I'm a sucker for a good love story. Thought their little love story was good. The action was pretty decent, even though I'm not really one for giant, like, mechs or Godzilla or anything.
Yeah.
It just kind of surprised me, I guess, because I was kind of dreading going to see it. But yeah, just kind of surprised me.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the movie. Godzilla -1 is 22 on my list. So it's definitely a movie that I enjoyed. And yeah, it was definitely the best Godzilla movie I've ever seen. I haven't seen that many. I have seen like the old ones and then like the more recent one, and not all. I've seen Godzilla vs. Kong and when they did Godzilla in 2014 or something like that. I mean, I thought it was a good movie. People are really enjoying that movie. It's just, I thought some of the acting was ridiculous, and it did remind me of an anime that I have seen, kind of, whiny antagonist kind of guy. I mean, most of the stuff, there was no twist or anything. Most of the stuff was pretty telegraphed. I thought some of the...
It's a pretty basic movie, yeah, for sure.
I mean, some of the twists that they give you are kind of stupid. Things setting up other things. I mean, I will say Godzilla was menacing, and the music was really good. It looked pretty good for... They said it was $15 million movie. That's just not possible. I don't think. And even the director's like, no, I don't know why anyone's getting $15 million from, but that's not how much it was to make it. But it was definitely lower budget. It wasn't a $200 million movie or anything. So, it's definitely worth the watch. I mean, I would probably watch it again, but I mean, I think the family stuff was pretty good. I don't know. Everyone's acting like it's like really great, but I mean, there was some good moments in it. And the action was good. It reminded me of kind of like Top Gun last year. Like, I thought the action scenes and the flying scenes were good, but I thought the personal stuff was boring. But I think I probably like this movie more than Top Gun. And I enjoyed it. And I know they put out a black and white print of the movie, and people are enjoying that too. So, I mean, it was a good movie. I would, I'm not gonna poo-poo on it or anything. So, all right. So Andrew's number 6 is Godzilla -1. My number 6 is John Wick Chapter 4.
At least it made the top 10.
Oh yeah, this one was the best John Wick film for sure. I think we talked about it when it came out. For me, it's 4213 for me.
Okay.
I like the John Wick films. This was the best John Wick film, the best looking. It had really good cinematography, and the action set pieces were good. I mean, he should have been dead a long time ago, because ridiculous stuff that, I mean, a bulletproof vest doesn't, or jacket doesn't help against falling out windows, but whatever. Um,
He landed in a car, broke his fall.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, it was really good. I thought the story was good. I thought that like side characters were good. Donnie Yen, I will definitely watch if they do more stuff with Donnie Yen or spin-offs. I'm gonna watch them. If this was John Wick from the beginning, like, because people talked about that first John Wick like it was this good the whole time. If it was like this and they actually put thought into the plot, it wasn't just like, here's action scenes with some plot to connect it, I probably would have liked them more from the get. But I still think they're all good movies. And this one was the best one for sure. I'm assuming it's on your list somewhere.
Yeah.
So we can talk. We could talk about it more when we get to yours. Okay. When you have it, and you can give your thoughts on it. But I mean, it was. It came out in March. It was my number one movie for a while. And then things have pushed it out of there since then. But it's a good movie. I think my top 6 are all good movies. I would watch all of the movies again and would recommend them. So my number 6 is John Wick Chapter 4. Andrew, what is your 5th pick?
My number 5 is Dungeons and Dragons.
Me too. My number 5 movie is also Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. So why is it your number 5? And to be honest with you, I'm surprised that it is that high.
I mean, did you see my 10, 9, and 8?
I mean, I guess. At 7 and 6.
Yeah. I mean, I think I never said it was a bad movie. I think it's a good movie.
I felt like you were kind of like, yeah, it was, I mean, but you weren't like, I mean, I was pretty high on that movie, so.
Yeah, you were very high on that movie. I still think it's pretty, like, generic, because I play so many games that are like this, that have stories like this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The story is pretty run-of-the-mill for me, but, it was still funny, and, I still think it was better than, like, Guardians, which is kind of like a similar kind of misfits coming together kind of movie.
Yeah, it felt like fantasy Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's what I liked about it. I like Chris Pine. The leader was another Chris. I liked Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Justice Smith. I don't know what that girl's name is. I liked Hugh Grant. I thought that was a good movie. I really enjoyed that movie. I had a fun time. That guy who sucked in The Gray Man, Regé-Jean Page, was good in the movie. I mean, he's not in the movie that much. He's the paladin, but
yeah.
I mean, Fat Dragons and Bradley Cooper there for some reason. I thought it was funny. And there's your Guardians crossover there. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. I would definitely watch another one. I don't think we're going to get one because it made like 5 cents. But I thought that movie was really funny and definitely worth the time. I think that's a movie that anybody can like and enjoy, the kids and adults. And I thought it was funny and fun action and stuff. And there was good story beats too for me. So I thought it was good. So, anything else on Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
All right, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves is mine and Andrew's number 5. So, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Extraction 2.
Extraction 2. Let me go take a look. Extraction 2.
I think when the first Extraction came out, it made my top 10, but it was only like 8 or something of that year. I thought this one it just had more action than the first one. The beginning part was a bit of a lull, trying to explain what happened in the first one away, basically, because he basically dies in the first one and then he's still somehow alive.
Oh, he's dead in the first one.
Yeah.
They were like, oh crap, we have something.
This was popular, gotta do another one.
Yeah, but they even tease it at the end of the first movie. I think like somebody probably watched it, an executive or something, and they're like, why did you kill him? Idiots.
Yeah. I thought this one, other than the beginning part, which was boring, once you get into the action, it was pretty much nonstop action to the end, and it's really brutal. And there's like people getting weights thrown on them and nails thrown in their face, and I thought it was quite entertaining. So,
I didn't care about the characters at all. I thought it was pretty boring. The stories were dumb. The action was good, but I mean, there's plenty of good action. It is 51 on my list for the year.
I figured it'd be pretty low for you.
I mean, I didn't love the first one, but at least that had less extraneous crap that I thought was boring. So I think the second one was worse. I mean, it was just felt generic to me. I mean, I think 2020, there was just not a lot of things to watch. So, and this year, there was plenty of stuff to watch, and this wasn't as good.
Well, I liked it.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. I don't know. There's much better movies than that one, I think, action movies as well.
Well, I probably have them above this one.
Well, I know that, but I mean, Godzilla was better than Extraction 2. All right. Well, my number 4 is The Color Purple. I thought this was a really good movie. It's a musical, so most of the time I'm going to like it. Several good performances. Taraji P. Henson, Danielle Brooks, Fantasia, of course. She would be my pick for Best Actress. I mean, there's a lot, like, her having an imagination. Those, like, daydreaming sequences were really good. I mean, the story is powerful. The songs are good. I mean, I liked it a lot. It moved into my number 3 spot when I saw it. Only one movie pushed it down to number 4. But I thought it was a very good movie, definitely worth your time. And it doesn't dwell on the sad stuff for that long, which I thought was good. Kept it moving along. I wasn't bored. So, yeah. My number 4 is The Color Purple. What's your number 3? Top 3 of the year.
My number 3 is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
All right. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is 13 on my list. I enjoyed the movie. That was higher on my list, but lots of things pushed it out on the back half of the year. It's a good movie. Why was that your number 3?
I mean, I know people are tired of multiverse and everything now. I thought they did a good balance of it. And all of like the newer Spider-Man that they introduced, I liked. There's a little more focus on like his parents this time around, his mom, and I thought that was good. I love the character of the Miles Morales. And I like the style that it has. Kind of like the spray painting style. I don't know how to put it, but I like that style.
Yeah, graffiti, graphic. It definitely goes for comic book,
Yeah.
comic book pop art mishmash graffiti look to it.
Yeah. I liked the Indian Spider-Man. I liked the Rockstar Spider-Man. Like literally all the Spider-Man I like.
Spider-Punk.
Spider-Punk. Yeah. Like I
Spider-Punk,
enjoyed all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the first one more. Yeah, multiverse. I think I like will they have multiverse stuff, and then it's just like multiversal characters come to the world instead of them going to multiverse. Because most of the time they're when they go to multiverse, it's like not really that different. It's just kind of slightly varied of the world that we're from. It's a part one, even though they dropped that branding. It's a part one, so I felt like it was like, okay, it's over. I wanted more right away, so that's good. I wanted it. I was like, wow, no, I want part two right now. This is the
I'm
same
very
thing
excited for it.
I said when we watched this and we talked about it originally. I think if they stick the landing on this next movie, which is very possible because they're both good, and this movie could win Best Animated Feature. It's nominated and it probably is going to win. I would be curious to see how the third one is, because then it has a good payoff. Then I think that makes this movie better. But yeah, I mean, I liked the movie. It's 13. I mean, it's still a good movie. I had a lot of movies that could easily been in my top 10. But yeah, I think there's just like a few detractors for me that push it out. But I mean, it's a good movie. The stuff with Gwen, I liked a lot. And the art style, and stuff like that. So Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is Andrew's number 3. My number 3 is a movie that I saw yesterday. It's nominated for Best Picture, which is Anatomy of a Fall. Now, this is like a legal drama, courtroom drama. It's about a guy. He falls from a third-story window and dies. But we don't know if he fell accidentally, he, tried to kill himself, he killed himself, or someone murdered him. The prime suspect is the wife, and the key witness in the trial is their blind son. So the son goes for a walk, and then he comes back and he finds the dad. So it's just, you're basically getting the information just like a jury would get. I mean, you're getting little information, and then obviously the lawyers keep the big bombshells till the end of the trial to try to. So yeah, I mean, I thought this movie was really good. It's 2.5 hours, but it kept me interested the entire time. Sandra Hüller plays the wife that's accused and who's on trial. She does a really good job. The boy who plays the son, the blind son, is really, really good. And his testimony is like really important to the trial. I like good law, courtroom drama. I thought it was interesting, and then, obviously when you have these courtroom things, they go through like their character as a person and what happened before and what happened after, and they go through all like, what are the options? Did he fall off? Did he hit his head and die, or did she hit him with something, and he fall off and die, or whatever. So I thought it was a really, really good movie. and half of the movie's in French because it's a French movie, and when they're in the court, they're speaking in French, but she speaks English, and they speak in English quite frequently. But I thought the movie was good, and the best part of the movie is near the end of the trial, they have a recording of the two of them having a fight the day before he dies, and then they kind of dramatize it with the actors. I thought that was really good. And then the son has his testimony. It's a really good movie. Definitely recommend it. I mean, if you can get past reading some subtitles, that was a good movie. Definitely worth your time. I would nominate it for my best picture as well. And I wouldn't be mad if that one won because it was good. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anatomy of a Fall is my number 3 movie. Andrew, what's your number 2 movie of the year?
Mine is John Wick.
John Wick. Okay. Well, then I know what your number 1 is. John Wick Chapter 4 is Andrew's number 2 movie of the year. I am shocked.
Yeah.
So why is it your number 2 movie?
I mean, I put Extraction so high because I love the action. The action in John Wick is amazing.
Yeah.
Even though it's a little outlandish. I mean, I think it's kind of gotten to like that superhero point.
Yeah.
But it's still enjoyable. I mean, it's still fun to see, Dragon's Breath.
Yeah. Dragon's Breath and the Arc de Triomphe scene.
Yeah.
It's good.
And I would say ever since like John Wick 2, I like the, little lore of like kind of all these gangster groups, I guess. I don't know, the underworld, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Yeah.
It is cheesy. I completely agree, but I enjoy it.
Yeah. Very, very good. Definitely the best one. You like the Donnie Yen and the bad guy, and you go him falling down a big staircase.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. That was number 6 on my list. My number 2, which I believe is your number 1, unless I'm crazy, is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Was called Part 1, but they've dropped that for some reason. But Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning.
That is my number 1. I just think it had a better story overall than John Wick.
Yeah, we can get into it more in a second because that's my number 2, and I'm guessing it's your number 1. So we can get into that. My number 1 is The Holdovers. So I think it's funny that you turned it off. Where did you turn it off? I guess is my question.
I was 45, 50 minutes in.
Okay, what was happening?
Trying to remember the last thing. It was like they were watching TV and talking about, I think she was talking about how her son died or something.
Oh, okay.
And maybe I watched the next scene where, I don't know, they threw his glove in the water or something. The older kids threw the younger kid's glove in the water.
Oh, I think you should watch the rest of the movie. I mean,
it didn't hook me, man. I was bored. It was just that didn't even really, it wasn't really happy at all. It's just kind of sad, and everyone's acting good. The story is not hooking me at all. It was boring.
Yeah.
I liked how it was filmed. I mean, it's got that old timey feel and long, wide shots. I like that style of filming, but it just
Yeah.
was boring.
Yeah. I mean, that was my number one film, so I liked it a lot. I thought everyone did a good job. Paul Giamatti, Divine Joy Randolph, Dominic Sessa plays the kid. I thought that movie was really good. I think the resolution is good. There's lots of good scenes in the movie. Most of the best scenes you didn't even see. Because at one point, all the other kids leave and he's the only one left. Like, you haven't even got into that part yet.
Okay, well, then I mean, it's like halfway through the movie. I mean,
yeah, I don't know if it is or not. I don't remember the time. I didn't do a time
it's
check.
kind of like when there's like a TV show that you're like, oh, I have to watch 3 episodes before it starts getting good. That's kind of how I feel about this movie. Like, it should be good from the beginning.
Okay. Well, I did think it was good from the beginning, but also I like the director's other movies. He directed Nebraska and The Descendants and Sideways. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Obviously, it's my number one. I thought it was a good Christmas movie. I would watch it again. It's a good movie. I mean,
yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
I'm sorry you guys were
I'm not
bored.
saying you have
was a
like
good
bad
movie.
taste or something. I can see the appeal. It just didn't appeal to me.
Yeah. Also, you saw it at a weird time, probably. I mean, you definitely didn't see it over the holidays, so.
I mean, yeah, I tried it this week. Yeah.
I thought the movie was nice and like a cozy movie, and I don't know. I liked how it looked, and so good movie. All right, so let's talk about Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. My number 2, your number 1. So this would be, I guess, our best movie because 1 and 2, just like last year. My number 2 movie was your number 1, which was Everything Everywhere All at Once. So best movie, favorite movie this year for the dandies here would be Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, Part 1. So why was it your number 1?
I mean, I think it had a good story, and they introduced some new characters that were good. The action was great as usual. Honestly, I kind of need to watch it again because I've kind of forgotten some of the story beats because they all kind of blend together a little bit for me.
I mean, I think it was pretty straightforward, them getting the keys to get the control of the AI thing. I mean, the train sequence, the sequence where they're driving and they're handcuffed together in Rome, or was it Rome? Venice?
Yeah,
whatever.
He's kind of just like screaming the whole time while he's trying to drive the car or whatever.
I thought that was hilarious. I really liked Haley Atwell. I liked Shea Wiggum as one of the like the cops that are trying to chase after them. They got the guy from the first movie to be the agent guy who's kind of a dick. And Vanessa Kirby did a good job playing Haley Atwell playing her. I mean, I liked the movie. I thought the movie was really, really good. It was a movie I saw more than once. And I enjoyed it the whole time. The stunt where he jumps off the cliff and then he parachutes onto the train, and all real cool stuff. I mean, action was really good. I thought it was funny. There's characters, I like the characters, Ving Rhames and Simon Pegg and Rebecca Ferguson. I mean, I've kept up with the movie, so I mean, I like them. And I think they're renewed. I mean, these movies have been good, well, probably always, but I mean, when they've been good since they came back with them with 4 or 5. What is 6? This is 7, right? I think it's 7.
I think so, yeah.
It was like Rogue Nation, Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation. I don't remember which one's which, and then Fallout, and then this one. So, I mean, I think it's a good movie. I think everyone does a good job in the movie. The action was good. The story was interesting. So yeah, I mean, it was a good movie. I mean, good stuff.
Yeah.
I had more like energy when I saw the movie originally. It's been like 6 months.
Yeah. Well, we have a review of it, so
yeah. I mean, it was a good movie. It's a good movie. That's our best movie, I think, this year from the two of us. I mean, there's usually one movie that we agree on. I mean, I think John Wick and we liked, and me and you both liked Dungeons and Dragons. So
yeah. Well, like I said, for me, this year was quite disappointing with some of the movies I was looking forward to. So
yeah, I think this year, honestly, the smaller movies did a really good job. And this is kind of the seems to be the superhero big blockbuster movies are not doing that well. So
yeah,
I mean, even Mission Impossible didn't even do that well. Even though we thought it was really good. So
well, they also kind of they just released everything way too close together over the summer.
Yeah, well, if this came out in August, it would have done really good. It came out the week before Barbie and Oppenheimer came out, and then they just sucked all the air out of the room. And those movies were huge, and neither of them were on my top 10. My Barbie dropped to 19 for me. So yeah, I mean, and Oppenheimer was not in my top 10, and it was barely in your top 10. So
yeah, I actually forgot to put Ant-Man in, so you could stick Ant-Man in there. I'd probably like it more than Oppenheimer.
It was basically not even in our top 10s in either of those movies, and those were like the big, that was like the big thing this year. I mean, there's some other good movies. I think Rye Lane was good. Dumb Money, I liked. Air, Creed 3, Barbie, Elemental. Those were some of the other ones in my top 20. I thought The Creator was good. Yeah, I mean, there's
that would have been my disappointing one. The Creator would have been disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the movie. I thought the movie was good, and it was like not a $200 million movie that they wasted a bunch of money on.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought there was good stuff. This year there was a lot of movies from directors that I like, and then they made good movies. Greta Gerwig and Alexander Payne and John Carney, and then because last year it was like filmmakers that I like making movies and they weren't good. So yeah, I mean, I thought overall it was a pretty good year for movies. But I don't think there was anything that like really blew my socks off, really. I think my top 6 are pretty good. But yeah, I felt like there was more good and not a lot of great. So yeah.
All right. Well, that's been our episode.
Yeah.
We will see you guys on the next one. Till then.
This has been the Daniel and Andrew Show.